The program WanPot, they deal with, like as I said earlier, things the way they happen at salon during the week. But make I just bring my panelists them, make them tell Fambo Lemadu, then we go start the program proper. Now so I go begin with you, Tony Ture Jones from Boston. You can tell Fambo Lemadu, Tony.
Yeah, good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, wherever you listen. This is not Tony Ture Jones for Boston, Massachusetts.
Yes, on behalf of the people, Tony, myself, I will tell you good afternoon, good evening, or you not just good afternoon, anyways. Yes, Yusuf Mba from Atlanta. You can tell Fambo Lemadu.
Hello, everybody. I'm Makabo. Good afternoon, good day, good evening. Coming soon on live with this wonderful opportunity again today. You know, like I can always say, it's a learning opportunity for me, so I will see we will stand to benefit something today.
Definitely, a learning opportunity, and we just hope say we already listen, go stand for benefit from waiting with the share Naya today. Not forget to say this is Sierra Network Radio. If now you first time for listening to we get an app. You can go to the Google Play Store and download the app, and then they go make you get we on the go. Not for saying now just because you see we na Facebook Live, but this radio day 24/7, and then they go give you opportunity for get we on the go. Just go to the Google Play Store and search for Sierra Network. You go get we there. Or if na Apple phone you use, you can go na the Play Store, you download TuneIn, or if maybe you know TuneIn, just search for Sierra Network. There are different radio FM, Sierra Network, Radio Garden, Sierra Network, but who app then they will Sierra Network there. Just search for we, you go find we there. As always, last week Saturday we've been there. And this now waiting unfold during the week from last week Saturday to today. Last week Saturday we get the wonderful Miss Sierra Leone contest will be happen at Bintumani Complex, and very controversial, very controversial. And you will be following our Facebook. You will find out say we stream and live, and a lot of people in video watch them. It was all good. People then complain, say the contestants them they not sabi answer question. People complain, say the place dark. People complain, say the judges them bias. Everybody be get something for talk. But at the end of the day, I just want to know say we get a reigning Miss Sierra Leone 2018, and this person ain't going to represent Sierra Leone na China for the Miss World. If you just be missed that one day, you can go search for Sierra Network Production on Facebook, on YouTube, and you can get the question and answer series. You did a strictly and you can get fun out of it. We see Monday, President Bio do an unannounced visit na PCMH, Cottage Hospital, as people in commonly know as. You go there early morning. Just after he feels say everybody for don't take the position them at the job. Well, he meets the doctors them. Well, in one meet on the way not be meet. So then say he left paper for them. We're waiting then at the paper, we don't know. But he not be happy. He say he not happy for waiting he see, because now they then they go born picking them. But the place not to be any good thing for right about, according to the exact word way he used. And also we see Usai during the week, President Bio go look the special court building, because that special court building there they supposed for use for the commission of inquiry. We begin for Lancet special court building. If you see the pictures then, very sad. But the last time they used that building in be that Ebola team. That Ebola team they used the building. So from that Ebola team, where Ebola done, we then left for use the building to date. Nothing. The building was not kept. It was unkept. it was unkept, and that building they cost millions for make that building they team up in a salon. We get, I don't know, Sierra Leone. We know the maintain. We know the we. I don't know it. Salon man know they keep maintenance of something. You will know they keep maintenance of something, but that's something we really get for work at. During the weeks too, we see the ombudsman, the God. We began to find out the press secretary in the State House be released a document which shows say Anita Kawa, Louis Anita Kawa for act as ombudsman, whilst the ombudsman Melon Nicole Wilson in the on the leave. Okay, so paper come out say na fire and firearm. Na Melon he right, the ombudsman he right say nobody no firearm, he no receive no paper. He na leaving there. So after they leave, in they come back soon. Few hours later, we see another document which shows say Melon just take 7 days leave. But that paper they tell and say now he'll get for take 45 days leave. If will take 45 days leave, and after that leave day, enough for postpone that leave day to next year. If will take a now. Remember what thing be happening with the boss of anti-corruption, when himself be go leave. Well, Melgon is saying they come back, so we still wait. We began for Lante the men's under 19 cricket team and also the women them, the national women's cricket team, then delivered an outstanding performance. If you be listening to me last week, we be get the man them. You be not say the man them for be play Mozambique. Yes, they beat Mozambique, so the man they don't qualify now for the Africa series of the cricket. They be play the final, but unfortunately Nigeria been beats them. But still yet, that's a good one for we. The most talked about now, President Bill, the China, and there is a lot will don't happen on this trip. When we can discuss that with that in the age. We also get for land say the government they think of making the country visa free. For make salon visa free, they say waiting then go gain they outweigh that visa money they where people and they pay for go salon. We also learn say today the 1st of September na cleaning, and this cleaning on Thursday the 30th of August na Ministry of Finance disburse 3.9 billion leons again. The issue when we get here, now we think you wait 2 days or a day before the cleaning, then they release that money day. I don't know if now so then say for the Duam, but I think it's too late for me to up the cleaning, or if they give people a early something they're not going able for show for them or what not. But these are just the things that we happen during the week in a salon. Also we see Usai during the week, so Jaman they waiting Wilberforce and Templeton they close, then get just a closed border, then come inside Templeton, and the Templeton place where they come the policeman, then they go to Peking beats, then beat policeman, beat civilian, beat journalist, beat everybody, because they say people then go up, then go thief, then go Christo Germany, host and thief, then we don't go report to police. Well, police they try for fair not waiting the gun, but I don't know if they feel safe. Police they take for do investigation, they make them feel safe. Well, then for come and the policeman is in uniform all, well, then get sober beating. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be, but these are just some of the things that we happen at salon. And if you follow we on Facebook or you follow we, all Indonesia they now we website, then now we app, and you not go miss anything with the app on the salon. That's why I go bring in you, Tony, with all the hour dollar in a table. What you want to rub more for before we start the program proper?
I mean, the news that they come on Salon, some really exciting, some really go make you worry. Wait till they go on. Like the one for the ombudsman, we all know the importance of that office day. And we don't see stripes we this guy we immediately I don't know in a mail or whatever. We don't make yes, it's true. These are political jobs them. These are political appointed jobs them. Where if somebody forgets at the back of your mind say, if you don't see it or not they pull other people you understand where now appointed people them from the past regime. You say for the get and your mind say this position are all another for the day. Forever another for the day within this period where now a change of regime. Because not a story again, even the small picking itself, they see exactly what's in the happen. You understand? So me not gonna let the ombudsman, the one way me did or where they on leave now. They forget anything personal with that. I mean, it's just there for respect himself. He has a profession, that's a good thing. I'm happy he's a lawyer. He can go back and practice. You understand? For let him not get like this kind of go. I mean, let's just let honorably the will of God. Let's just go let not create anything. Then we see the president don't go China exactly. I'm very happy. Way later we get for true light, so I'm very well people understand that and things there because the past regime and the world body they make comparisons say we're against China and now. People and they go China, that kind of things them they. Now we go give this and not spend a lot of time on that particular one thing, you know. But we all just need for make salon let we all there in the same page. You understand? The same page at the try for saying that not be patriotic. Let we now think salon first. Because what you will be done they see, you understand? We have some people that way they think salon first. But the majority they think their pockets, they think themselves than the country. And I think we owe salon. Now salon we owe. You understand? Because plenty of them think they owe the first for kapu. So now vanity. We don't see people that way don't hold money in a salon and don't have mass wealth, they don't get this way, some na genius, some na other means them get the money. They don't die, they don't go, let Fadika them. Where them touch people their lives them. They are no more. So if people them this power and whatever where they see people in the French and the this and the that, like you good work na for left. Tomorrow. And na for portray who that you be. You know, so I mean, I just now want to steal the show much because we got to deliberate on certain important things that we very, very, very important for we go.
All right, thank you very much, Tony. Now go bring in Yusuf. Yes, Yusuf, with all the things that we are laying at the table with you, Rob Motpa, before we go start, sir.
Okay. Quite interesting, you know. But I want for see more or more small than the state visit. Both are free from with PCMH hospital and the official visit to China. And for the one at the hospital, I'll make this comment that my wife been there, my wife not been a doctor, we get a black hijab. Actually, we go that way. So I see him. I let him come to visit where the government officials to do. I just hope somebody do for the right reason, not just for photo props or for good day, for go at the office and for go make somebody else look bad. Because in itself, we all know the chain of command everybody exists. President really no need for go check on the employee and not government office and whatnot. But if you go there for the good reasons, for go see how things they work, I mean, I will applaud them for that. But the other people, they go to think, they go to propose they for go check on doctor and or see that can work or not can work. That will be the right reason for making you good. And on the visit to China, you know, we all know that good business will go, you know, enhance the diplomatic relationships with, you know, emerging countries like that. And we stand for benefit a whole lot from a relationship in terms of development with any country. We get the mechanism, the know-how, and the expertise for health. move we structurally and industrially. So we need that right now. But again, the other thing I want I mean, before they wrap with Danny, I just want to make sure say no more the government and the people that we did and the power play. Then we'll make this for thing way, will just be thing of the day. Make them look and for austerity. Make them look and say, even though now we government in place for good source, then there's goodness for the country. Make it not just be to say that for we own time in our office no more. Make it not be short term. Make them invest in them so that it could be long term. These are legacies. If at all we leadership then we get this kind of thinking that, I'll do something today, I'll go for this relationship today so that the government will benefit, but the people stand for benefit much more in the future. You don't let a good legacy, you don't put things in place where the austerity it will serve with grandchildren tomorrow. Then are the best source of service you end up to the nation. And the last thing I want just rub more span at the visa free. Now a two-pronged situation, Nanny. You get forget certain class for me today. Now that level day wherein you go ask. I don't want for me it would be to say that country will come opening the mouth to tourism like that, wherein you open the border them so much that you don't get control of waiting to come in or waiting to go out. So it is simple than the tourism now one thing. If you see that visa free, you don't get for restrict your entire border. So with that being said, I just hope they don't go rush this just like how they rush the education system with them in the success free education and then begin debunk themselves. So I go want if the government not look into this and get all this time for look into this, make it be to say this, then we'll put them strategically and it will be surgical, meaning and get for look all into that. Because we you bother them, we all know what's in the happen. I will stop for now with that and see how that conversation will go. Thanks.
All right, thank you very much, Yusuf. You will listen, you will be part of this program. Call the numbers then at the screen if you watch through Facebook or if not through the app or through the website. You can call the numbers here. The country code now 1 for United States 646-610-3107. United Kingdom, the country code now 44-739-803-0402. Or salon number with the country code now 23278-990-991. Okay, now the first clip will take now they minus them with the loan sale. Let we hear then get complain. But let me just listen, waiting then they complain about right now.
The issue of employment, we are a bit marginalized.
It's fast a memo at the community are not registered with the central bank system. So that they say, well, if they continue for the they're not going to pay them.
So some community people that Lunsar where they raise concern for sake of the way they say, they know they get work from the saloon mining company where they operate now in the community.
Mining engineer and senior mining engineer now they for recruit this month like how they talk so. I don't apply back, they tell me say they know they take me.
How they want to take this employment, well to we, go down well to we. So if they don't think well, he left to them.
For Seka Olden Concern, make the management of this company be meet with them people here in Lunsar as part of the monthly community stakeholder meeting. Olga Solmomoibe, now the country director for this mining company, he talk more about this meeting.
Now for make with the updates, stakeholders and landowners as to the activities at the company, the way forward as to employment, and for tell them exactly where we stand for make we start for the production. We did presently on the rehabilitation of the plants, and very soon by the grace of God, we will finish and then we hope for start production in January. We don't employ 225 people, of which 205 now from Marampa and the rest now from Freetown and Makeni.
Madam Olga Mwegbe talk about waiting if not inside this meeting.
I find out from the people then say that they complain about employment, and I find out say that they complain say people then qualified, but at the same time when they go for interview they know they succeed. So then I think they try for put in place for investigate why that is so. Why? Because me always concerned about what the stakeholders and people they think, because the company without the people it could be problem for we. So we get for work as a team for be very proactive, listen to people, try for solve the problem them and forge away the way forward.
But waiting not the way forward, Olga Mwegbe again.
There's already an existing grievance book in here in this information center. Now we to plan for Duna for put them and document form like the documents were shown today. So at least when we come, management they going through into the grievances, because not a low person for handle grievances. If I could get the top people them for handle grievances.
Emmanuel Conte, now one of the people them we come out Lunsar, and now the person where the campaign for address the concern of them people here. He been there part of this meeting.
Most of the blames were centered around Madam Olga Solomon, now Madam Olga Mwegbe, we na the country director for SL Mining. She's an indigene of Lunsar. Everybody was centering the accusations on him. You know, we get an opportunity for talk to him, and he come as well for can talk in the meeting in the presence of most of the stakeholders. He look like say he clarify a lot of the issues, and some of which he not be aware of, like with the employment, the two people site. One of them he acknowledged say he don't see him in an interview where the person himself now he have been the top and the one that wouldn't go interview at that moment. How instead be shocked why that person not ever get the job, why not even the job. So these are like this. For me, the meeting is a lot of clarity. Don't they? We don't also now betray the time and give them address of Lunsar. Italy don't promise the next time you go name them by names. So which tells you the problems them if we don't get moments of times from and talk, the misunderstanding go boku.
For sake of concern, we say the company one stop for work with the Marampa Masimra Community Bank na Lunsar. Where na the bank we say them be the pay them workman them for sake of some facility them where the company say the bank no get. Emmanuel Conte been get this for say.
But in the area of the bank, he make clarity say he no get hands into the decision where them you know make him just go clarify whether or not what they say is correct. You know, but for we it's still not happening. What we still want is we want for maiden, because where it was this for me I don't think say the clarity in there and get a financial background for understand how banks and they operate, how Swift accounts and they operate. You know, so with the attention of the experts for understand and analyze for no say so this waiting the community is correct and this community people ain't gonna understand. But the fact say they say a memo command no a license. It the market of the community bank, because it make not only the customers within the mines but also other customers for afraid not for operate to them kind of banks here. We don't know what in banks and don't do. So we need to make all them clarifications if for me to understand.
Emmanuel Conte end up for call on the company for give strength to the party business between the company and the people of Lunsar, so that people go satisfied with the work of the company and self say peace go dey and the work way the company they do. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Musa S. Kamara the reports.
Now so we go tell Musa S. Kamara thank you for 98.1 for that clip day. You will listen, you don't hear it. Now it's not business as usual. Now the people they don't wise up. Themselves they ask question. I don't know if they're overzealous or waiting. But according to what you don't listen, waiting are you take the phone lines open now. Yes, I go bring in TTJ. TTJ, waiting are you take on this, sir?
Yeah, the thing is we officially we need for put in place salon. We over the years we don't see it don't happen. Like Kono, for example, you guys jobs them the company the way they actually they recruit, give concession or probably give priority to the people that we come on at the top. Like the area then there, especially the north, we all see exactly what's in the happen. Before when London Mining, African Minerals, a lot of mining companies were there. People in returns the entire free tongue, I go say, Boku people them meeting at them party and they look for jobs, or man fortunate for get jobs and everything. But at the end of the day, after when them companies they are going for close down, you see plenty things and they will go down the beginning again and then places then they no development not take place. I feel say going forward, we really need for make we stakeholders them, that them communities and we get in companies and they make them a certain quota, I'll say if not 30% of the people in that region they for being employed, especially if you get the skills. Yeah, for certain jobs. There are certain jobs that we don't actually need skills too much. You understand? Some probably semi-skilled. Then, if there are advantages then they are available for certain regions, then what you see will happen. If there are certain jobs opportunity, some people then go able for either further themselves for go land book and wait for the right time. Say, okay, we got them come here with the establish. Because if me don't want to be a laborer, I want to get a good job. Definitely, I therefore keep myself. I mean, alert, and I therefore make sure I school myself or well trained for meet up those expectations or anything where might fall me way. Then the authorities them, I noticed the waiting happen at times in the regions, and the authorities them within the region and the company holders them, they're not actually able to align much in the interest of the benefit of people. They always the negotiations the way it happened. The negotiation way not just their own benefit, what's their own benefit. Now as soon as I want to go establish a business now at Alo, I go and meet you Abraham, I say Abraham, I can establish this. And your envelope will give once and do the envelope in a day your loyalty states only. You forget what the benefit of the people then waiting for benefit them. So in a nutshell, we really need for visit some of them things and their policies and see how capable for strengthening certain things there for the benefit of the populations or the benefit of the locals that they live there, because we know go get government for develop all the areas there. No, not possible. But now the policies that you put in place now go make some of the areas then they able to develop with time, because the people of their region they go able to develop. We see what the example in the Apple Namakeni when the past regime. In fact, I say the president was from Mumbai or the areas and a lot of development, a lot of roadworks, a lot of construction, infrastructure, and whatever they've done at the places they did. So going forward, I feel say if we get the same arrangement in every parties to it, therefore make sure say not to just business as usual. It therefore be business unusual. Because business as usual, not they give with the right dividend, not they give with the right results what they look for. Let me take a different route. Let me take a different turn and approaching certain things then. Until and unless we're able to put some of them things then in place. If we go just talk no more, or we go just do things, it's just like with them say, you take powder, knocks back. You understand what I mean? And for nothing, because what is shake all the powder they go. Now that we don't see the apple. And we don't allow all of them things then they the whole way back. Because we go spend so much on certain things there. At the end of the day, when problem come or when disaster come, it just show we weakness. It's just like how Yusuf may say. When in isolate the president they go visit, yeah, it's absolutely correct. But we have all the policies in place we are in. You know say when you late members, when you late. You understand? You lost the benefit. You let 9 term, it will affect you on the job, either strongly dismissal or whatever. When we put some of those policies in place, because I don't know to say the ideas they're not there. We're not able to enforce we lost them. They're just there at the books. You understand? We're not able to enforce them. We just left them at the book and just know how for do now we can't. Now while they're at the same party, now while they're at the same organization, now while they now them thing and now while they're at the same organization, we they see another party of the world. You understand what they say? We have policies. We just need to get policies there in place. I think I'm not asking the issue, but basically we just need to make we really revisit the books there. Probably somebody will taste it and then at the books there, but we not enforce them. They're not that much effective. You understand? We don't see the effective. So I mean take that day at least.
Okay.
If the police station, if people look at corporate social responsibility, all the things that they get for them in the play.
Okay, thank you very much, Tony. Yeah, make a bring in Yusuf. Yeah. Yusuf, you don't listen to the clip. You hear the people then talk about that bank inside, say the community bank with it, then get doubt over I think the people then do something good with them, try for raise up waiting, then get a question over, because the relationship between that company and the people in the town or that district, they need for be cordial or else you know go born good picking. Yes, Yusuf.
Knowledge is small one no day, and are the first fundamental thing. And the more you learn, the more you get an open mind, the more you're able to get the confidence. As a matter of fact, when you're full of knowledge about certain things, it will give you that full confidence to approach. If an issue, you approach the issue. And in this case, now question they ask. Me, I deal with anybody who asks questions or get answers, either for address an issue or get a resolution. I mean, in this case, to be honest with you, the president gets, I also know just go to the president. The Labour Ministry, the Labour Force Salon, we talked about this a few episodes ago. We talk about how we get the labor, but we labor law and so archaic and ancient. So me, I will reserve most of the comment because I want, this story is so deep in depth and simplified. But in other words, it's waiting in at the core is very deep. As Tony well said, that's an opportunity in the for people, but outside in the go. If you look, the one in this, I also remember if we talk about this 2 years ago, I've been talking about decentralizing power. If you take power away from Parliament, from State House, make it come to the constituency. If they make decision of which kind of development they happen in the areas, if a foreign investor come, they want to institute certain things, they get for run by the constituency. The constituency and get for tell you what you need or what you want now in area. Just can't say I can do this. In this case, the work day, the miner they want this and they want that. But at the end of the day, na livelihood. This is a small progress now your view that they don't even get the backbone and man up for ask questions. So for me, I will reserve and stop for now. But so much deep down, with time, this is very encouraging. Very encouraging. That much I will say for now.
Yes, definitely very encouraging. From Facebook, we go read text. Bintu Sama, he say let the people talk so their voice go be heard. He say law should be enforced and also discipline be implemented. We will left last story for now, and we will take the next story. The next story, I think I don't deal with her in depth last week, where we talk about this free education. I just want to play one clip. This clip now just few people's where them be asked. Even we share a network, we say they do we own right down as alone. We they out now the streets, we they ask people them waiting and think about the free education. We go pile them together and people then go get opportunity for them. But one thing we are learn, even the last time we have become us alone, I talk and people in Sierra Leone are so afraid to speak up. Even this free education that they ask the journalists and we go or say waiting and be waiting, say people can get excellent views and everything, but as you put camera, say okay, mama can't talk. Well, you don't put everything. They know they talk again. Unless you get for do not on video but on audio. But let me listen to the way I am. Let me waiting. Then particular parents here, then they grumble about this free education.
My name is Charles. According to the launching where I watch, the package all I be expect. And what I waiting the part talk, and that I be expect. And it's fine.
This free education, this face count, like me, so I've been glad. But this free education now, where I don't be now, I'm happy, not really happy. Because the free education, when we say uniform for the day, and back the day, they say shock someone out for buy. But they like today, so now all enter the no day. But right and where I go, I'm not happy. I'm not happy today. I'm not happy tomorrow.
My name is Elma Kamara. I feel good. Now this kind of opportunity now we dey pray for the country to work out this good initiative for we today. Like so the way they launch this free education. So that will be the pray for. I will tell you thank you for me this free education don't finally come.
I mean, I'm Kamara. I mean, a trader. I mean, for me, more free vote for them for the free education. They be tell we say suits the inside. They be tell we say bag the inside. They be tell we say 2 uniform. They be tell we say go do school materials. They when I books them. If today don't go launch, they tell we say let come buy the help on that side. They also go pull money now for buy the thing and give you the college. They go give you free education. But they think say all land they don't necessarily enough for it. So if you don't come pull all land, also we then come and I go get millions for go buy them things and they right now.
Well, then I just few people where they grumble about this free education. You will listen to the phone line still open. You can be part of the program. Make a call with you, Tony. You hear about the free education. You hear them parents. You hear them comrade them. One man getting views. Some are happy, some are not. What thing are you take, sir?
Yeah, Abraham. You know, even at the Bible says the Israelites, I don't know the Bible that much, but they say they may ask too much. At the point they ask manners from heaven. You understand it? The government is a new initiative. They don't say money no day. The government don't inherit plenty money. In other areas, then they win a priority areas. It's good, you understand it? But if you pick it, they go school. Now your responsibility for take care of your pikin, buy books, buy this, buy that. Somebody say, no, are they responsible for that day? That money where you for don't use, Abraham. You don't go use that money they now for buy a private teacher now or for buy other logistics for let it speaking and go school, let them use them. You know, me, the initiative very good because some of them don't preach them till we get, you know, we education where they are the backbone. You understand? If any country we do find ourselves, we see the way that they pay people and we go school and then place here. People and we school here. Which means that the time for test there is value in education. There's something there in education when you get them, you understand? And now one step forward. You understand? If we don't encourage we begin for me then go school or make the land book because of the abject poverty or because of the cash-strapped economy where we get. Somebody can say they give as you say some of those things them areas then they not for be an issues. You understand? If for be something where we go say okay, and say next year they go improve on that because this thing not there for just this so. They get continuity. Next year, government will say okay, decide who will address and because that's when they don't get say we don't forget funds from the consolidation. Say okay, in mining in laws 1% or 0.5% of the money we get, we go direct that funds today to the free educational project. Or probably we will get from NRA 1% or 2% to go direct that funds for the free education. Or we go probably address the issue of uniform or logistics. We see how the president and the entourage, or ministers or in staff them, and therefore they chipping into the coffer, which means there is no resources. The only for say we implied that the money not that available, education not cheap in the world. But if that basic they're able for provide and for we assist if I better off, where we for really, you understand what I mean? We for really appreciate that thing. We not that issue with the free education. The only two we can say the monitoring for be paramount. Let we not tell like other projects with salon we don't launch or whatever. Where the monitoring very poor. Like the free healthcare. You understand? The free healthcare project is very the point where we not see that much they go on because basically some go fix not on the initiative so enough for put pressure or enough for handle with care. I mean, we people then go for understand one thing. Say this is a new initiative. Yes, then campaign on and say then go for do free education. But the issue, they don't meet funds. The funds not that much not available. Let we plan. Even we self na the diaspora for the see how for them we come together. We will go certain schools then okay. Let we see how we can put money. Some people then okay. If na not say na commercial institute you go, we na get that money. No go develop school. We say go help if na books. If na adult academy go, let we self put money together. If na books there or we say go, then we make a lot go help the government. Now this is for the see now. So let we complement the free education because when it comes to school business and salon, not so just the government, it has to be with all because somebody once you then probably don't go school and salon and whatever you don't go like the performance of the school. With the see schools and college, university, we see how the old boys association and they handle those schools with care. I see one clip where they show about Maboka Old Boys Association, wherein where the principal of the school they blow mind saying that the school is where the former means of education and the president's school. But I mean, that's not sweet. You see the school living in dormants, living in this. And I promise you, say, now that we know we come on a left both school, how we meet them. You know, now that thing they do for the senior people, then they chip in, people that within whatever side within the world, come together, make the animation of the schools them very vibrant, keep for complement what the government they do. But for just you don't know, mama fall for the look government. Now government have done them safe free education, then they manifesto. If they pick it or not, because anything when are free again, people they not put premium into it. Anything are free. So we they watch the government now, we they watch people them come in, let them help, let them compliment. We know say that's a good idea. Now they try for look at the pitfalls, we get for look at the challenges there now. Now we see how everybody in the only to corner, they bring ideas. You know, the other way and call, we are not calling anyone can see they make clip them, the course authorities and they wait and call. Now their ideas and they bring together. Now school we go na Maboka or school we go na Makeni or Kenema wherever. See how they're capable for contribute to schools. These scholarships. So people that say if you get the best results now once we they make you can study na America. Just like how certain schools they do. Or you will make you go study na UK or will make you go you will see when that competition they come into education. When it pick the first time we see Martina with the girls school, it's a secondary school debates, Martina with the first of them things and you see schools and they go into debates. The school and the students they study hard, very hard. Not so like this way leakage is not rampant now we country. You know, so I mean with them parents and yes I feel them concerned, genuine because of the right for making them they say whatever they want for say. But let them look again say the resources not available, it's not there at all. Let me just look for all our level we succeed. Let me not see any project now with any government we get for politicized. Because we're through the thing at salon, there is no genuine conversation. Every conversation right now at salon surrounded with politics. Everything. Even when somebody is try for say something, as you say on this na APCD or this na SFPD, even when you try for be genuine, you try for be neutral in your thinking, in your contribution, they will give you colors. You know? So I mean, we just go for they behind the government, who side the pitfalls and who side the challenges and they will shout. But that's set up for monitor. If they this not them baby, let's not tell a Sababu education project. When we see Sababu education project, we don't know what thing and the outcome during the Alpha only in term. We will not be that successful because they will have building schools, no teachers, no furniture for those schools. You know, I mean, I'm here to take down the but I respect the concern. But let we all help, even wherever you don't have the world, even if you don't have salon self, let we learn for, let we take. Just like how we see other schools, other mission, and they take their school stay. Yeah, and I'm your take.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, Yusuf, what are you take on the concern that we then parents don't raise about the free education?
You know, this I just piggyback on what I just say. You know, when this for this. You know, we put the cap beside feet. This government grab a work on this, a campaign on this agenda that free education here for day. Now, after when they get the opportunity, this is not the problem we really get as a people, as black people, and worst case as Africans. We know they plan beforehand. And when you don't plan, you fail. And another thing is not a failure. This could be a challenge, and automatically they become an opportunity now. This is our thing. Education expensive. Education expensive. If the government they look at making that a burden on the government, not the people, therefore being done do this homework very carefully and make sure that they get within the need for allocate or soften this blow on the people and even soften the blow on the government as well. You and Tony make this wonderful point. I simply remember, I get this friend in Virginia. Remember, a pastor can get himself or make you go interview. They don't take this initiative for build schools in our country for the past 6 years. They don't do it. Waiting in the doing initiative, they don't go with any state or anything. No NGO at alone. They just try launching your own. They walk around at the state here. They do it. They do waiting in the do. They go to them provinces. They go to them small village. Them. You go look at the chief them. When I get school around there, no, you don't get school. If they look a middle ground between two villages and say, it's in this common place for me to go build school here, go build school here. So make a build right at the middle, so that they begin the within that place there and at this other place here, they will get one common place for school. When I provide the land, when I provide the labor, the manpower, we will bring the resources. I will bring the money for get the concrete. I will bring the money for get the iron rod. I will bring the money for get plates. I will bring the money for get concrete and do everything. When I just provide me the labor, the land, the schools on my own. Simple as that. I will pay the teacher and we will furnish and everything. He has done this for considerable years, but then Tumbo area and all these other places are coming closer to Lunge. And the government probably not come and ask the education minister, social service minister, alongside with the chiefs and province heads. Therefore, don't they talk waiting really needed for make this project could take farm the small places before you even come national. Maybe in China with it. Something in the grassroots, not a small thing. With the look at very low. But certain thing in there you get for start time small and bring them kind of up. You don't just start boom. Because look, in as much as I don't want to sympathize with people then, because you don't want to just give up your body and say, well, no, that government may say, our government here, well, our government get for one. No. If government in our education, ask outside the government in our tree, or make the government tell you, waiting they mean when they say this is our education. Kind of got to say, but the problem is, the other problem we need to notice about the country is, we know they communicate properly when they do things. It's not that if the government long time not outline, okay, with free education like this we need. If you did like this class, this class to this class are free education. And waiting that mean you only pay school fees, but you buy the supply, you buy uniform. Okay, fine. Then one aspect of it. Or inside this free education package, will it give you this much towards school supply? If anything happens, need extra than I own. But basically, we'll do this across the board. Make it be uniform. Make it be uniform. If the country we all know how the country is strapped with cash. We all know waiting the left, the other government left at the coppers. We all know waiting after with the money we didn't even promise the country for do some project them when they realize the government not do too well, they oppose the funds them and cut funding. We all hear about that in this program. So the fact is the delivery is very, very poor. We know lots of ideas at all, as Johnny said earlier, and we all only say this. We get brilliant people in a salon. We get brilliant minds. We get people who think outside the box. But the problem is, when this project here come into play, we know they see them through for two sake and for implementing to the core. We know they think about things really able to sustain itself, or we find measures for making health our project last. This now with issue. We don't talk about this on episodes in the past. Business continuity. Every small office when we don't work is there. If somebody not there today, other possibility taking place. Along the line, 10 years from now, they don't put plans in place. These are the projects who they look for go. 10 years from now, now we will let forget. If we never get to this point 10 years from now, we will not go out for us, clap and go back at 15 years. No. At least if something happen, if disaster happen, we get plan, we will make sure say this place will continue to function under strenuous circumstances or under disastrous circumstances, but that business continuity for them. So I don't see why a country as a whole like that, with government and after government and after government, and enable to see this child for even put them in place so that we don't get issues like this. You know, as I open with this education expensive, but you know what's more expensive? Ignorance. Somebody said this in the West. He said if you think education is expensive, try ignorance. Ignorance is much more expensive than education itself. So this, in other words, if we support them, we get support units them. As Tony rightfully say, organizations in the West, we will support organizations in a salon for help with schooling. The only thing is, they get for kind of the proposal rightfully outlined and ask for funding, private and non-private, all anything in the day. I don't know how this current government in diaspora office will work, but that diaspora office, if we look like a shadow government for this government, look at the one person in mindset, nobody control that office. They forget different aspects of society, from health, education, finance, business, transportation, you name it. Inside that diaspora office, now they therefore they look for tap on the mind of the salon community outside of salon. Would I get an idea? Would I get the sort of funding? Would I get sort of services? Would I get this kind of thing for can help uplift this area na McKinney, Losar, you name the place, go bump wherever. If the idea didn't come, penny will come, book supply will come, container will come, everything will come. The government will help you, the individual will help you. Schools and communities will grow, but we know they plan too well, and this is just an example of that. And I just afraid back this China visit, they will go and go grab people away come. Already the Chinese government they rape salon as saying they will. If you go give them another opportunity for come without strategic things for do, waiting will last for 10 years from now, project that start and complete. Look at them 20 years, just like how you open with that fabulous building of the court, international courts, the law courts that are placed with them built for this happening stuff. Look at that building there, how that building there was unmanned for this number of years. If now law courts magistrate cases and sending the China some of them holding you know, why do we not even realize when you get building, no matter how the building fine, if you don't get an upkeep both inside and outside, you diminish the value of them. They get building in there, they build a salon, but they not build them a salon style. They put them with air conditioning kind stuff. So if them building there is stand as it is with that kind of temperature with nature, it will take a toll both outside and inside. So if now even furniture in the inside there, some of them sitting in there for a number of years you don't see them, you don't use them. Or you know the air with the inside it just stay one. If it's also like the same, if it's cold like the same, it will take a toll on the things that we inside. The building, if not carpet, it will smell. If not furniture it will get mold. We all know this. So I don't know why we government people they not get foresight for even simple things like that. So I mean, we can tackle the objective and not be frustrated, but the opportunity may just become hitching at the head. But I'll stop for now.
All right, thank you. Make we go through some of the text them we don't they come in. We get Regina Lagao. He said even at the United States, he said they buy uniform and book for them picking there. He said them people are them just selfish no more. He said they are gonna give me a break. Ibambi might say common people, he say this not just the starting, it's in a process and everything will continue. Bintu Sama, he say, we all please join hands together for promote this free education. He say this free education na ongoing process. He say we all need for put hands together for build a formidable force and strengthen the educational system in Sierra Leone. Ibambi Yema again, he say please Sierra Leone, I say they allow come together and make this a history and make it work, because we go rise and divided. He say if we all work together, we go rise, and if we divide, we go for them. Fed Medsil Tuba, he say nothing, say the people in a salon, they're all right. I think they're all right to na their own views, you know. He say nothing, say they're all right. He say because whose kind free education which some people and they look for. He say most of the negative comments are the result of the high elites in the country. He say we know everyone get the right from in opinion. He say but sometimes it forbid the benefits of the common people, not to the interest of the selfishness by the person where they talk. Ibambi Yema again, he say but the government is not going to get all the resources and finances for start the process. At least they don't start something. The president say during the campaign, if you think education expensive, make you try ignorance. In this aspect, I don't know, but we for understanding that the campaign 10, you know, we people the way they say free, not free. Free not forget close param at that time. But at that time, when it's campaign, they not go say we go count free education, but you go buy this, and this. At that time, they go say but not to free. So I think the people then get caught up with the word free, not knowing to waiting surround that word they free. I think say na the issue na. But we just like as I said last week, we need this process for work. We need everybody on board for come and see work. If all man come, put the zeal way for day for make it work, then you fail, then we no say yes, we try and fail. But you get people right now waiting then they hope for, waiting they want to see. Now usai this particular free education go fail. We not go through. What thing I want make we talk on now? Now we topic of the day. We topic of the day today, we get Mustafa Y right now. He's on the line. I just want to set the pace before we go bring him in. We topic of the day today, now the president himself we see go na China. This is not just a conversation where they get as usual. Nobody know they talk for Sierra Network. Nobody know they talk for SLPP. Nobody know they talk for the country of Sierra Leone, and nobody know they talk. We just give out my own opinion for see the betterment of Salon. We see the president go China, and before he go China, we see a letter of invitation be sent to the president for go China. Yes, then get waiting, then call the FOCAC, where na other different countries then they go na China for CC, then go work modalities and trade deals them. But the first, from the 31st to the 1st, now the same way then be allocated for Salon, for spend time and Rakpala small with the president of China. And inside there we see we hear about Lunge Bridge, the president don't put on a table, and we also hear about the Freetown Bus Company now when they try for set up the government officials say we be go, they say don't lay on a table. Now we hear from the other side, they want to be did it today. Then say they were already there now they say they go China for go up skin. But then we go before and we not see waiting then be they condemn they say then we go before waiting and pull come out today. Now we get Mustafa on the line. Now I'll bring Mustafa. Yes, Mustafa, what's your take on the president's visit, sir?
Thank you, Abraham, for having me on the phone on the program. Thanks, thank you for the good work we do for educate and keep people them across the world informed about what's happening in Sierra Leone. My hat off to you. I want to thank you, listeners, them for listening to your program. You get to understand, Abraham, when it comes to Sierra Leone, I think we all should try sometimes for let put country first. Sometimes it's very difficult for let take off with all our uniforms them and really focus on waiting we think say important for the people of Sierra Leone and waiting collectively the benefits we all as a country and people. The president in visit in China is Sierra Leone president, now one of the presidents then would invite to the Forum for China and African Cooperation. Then a forum where then they host for invite all most of the presidents then where the Chinese government they deal with the countries then where they get relationship with for come and revisit opportunities them where bilateral opportunities them between the country them and China and how then we will work together for developing countries then. This is the president of Sierra Leone, the new president, the Brigadier Julius Maada. They don't take office in the last 4 months. And a lot of what we are seeing right now has been very encouraging so far. Of course, we wait in the call with the pundits them. We therefore take time for react to some of them things what they happen. But I think we need to get enough information before we begin criticize one way or another. The success of the stories are left to be seen. Basically, what we don't see so far is very promising. The president was received very well. We don't see very, very, very colorful events. We don't hear about very, very interesting arrangements them within in place. You talk about the Lingwe Bridge. We also talk about some transportation deals them where the administration already begin securing at the ground. As far as what it entails in the details, we don't get so far, and I don't think we're in the position for comment one way or another. But I think based on what we see on face value, the delegation seems to have been received very well. And the president seems to have the platform of the Chinese government for able to put across what they asked for. And I think we all for be glad as people for let us see who president they get some such reception and the kind of things that what they are so far with the commodity. I think we all for wait forget the details them and we will discuss the merits of within the current government they try to do with respect to China. The relationship between Sierra Leone and China. Now, one way you get for do with the government. This is not a personal relationship between Julius Maada and the president of China. As a country, we get relationships then with other countries around the world, and then relationships then they, whether you didn't power today or not, every government we can power. Therefore, continue for observe the tenets of their relationships then.
Okay, since we don't get you now, before we let you for go, you na be the big allejo na the concerned Sierra Leonean group where we know say at that time before whether Ebola fracas become Ebola money na blood money and all those things, we so say Sierra Leoneans and rise up, they go na Washington DC and also then go na New York and United Nations and then sing we so say Silver Blind himself doing own and all those things to and fro forth and back. But now we suicide Sierra Leoneans again at the United States, one come out in the name of concerned Sierra Leoneans say they want to demonstrate again against this present regime in the United States. What's your take as the previous person will be being concerned Sierra Leoneans?
Like I started saying, Abraham, we all get an obligation for support with government and for support and for letting succeed. You got to keep in mind, I don't write a piece where the public right now, where they contrast the demonstration and we will behold under concerned Sierra Leoneans. The motive behind the demonstration, the objectives and the purpose of the demonstration, the timing of it, I talk about all of that in my piece. Basically, to sum it up, we, the concerned Sierra Leoneans, demonstrated in the second term of an Escroman government. The very first term of the government, the government we enjoyed the support of most of who will be involved in that demonstration. We are taking part in town hall meetings here with the voice with concerns about what we go on at the country. We engage the government in a productive way for ensure say and get a good platform for develop the country. Now, when we came to a point where we realized that there was a need for demonstration, we had those demonstrations. And those demonstrations were based on very important, critical issues that will be required, so the level of interventions that will be happening. The sacking of the vice president against the constitution of Sierra Leone, against even members of the ruling party at the time. You get to understand, so we get APC members will be in the part of the demonstration. So this was not an opposition arrangement. So if you contrast that to what we see right now, these are, the organizers them where they be in this demonstration are people who are disgruntled and people that way they're angry for one way or another, and it's not very clear what the demonstration is about. We talk to one or two of them, they say then they sack people them, then they appoint one region, or then they arrest people them. But you got to keep in mind, All these things, I don't believe they rise to the level of an international demonstration against your government that's only 4 months old. Every government will get for kind of power, get for appointing young people then, and this is something we see all over the world. I think if not something you get for engage the government for see how then we will create a platform for incorporate some of the existing people then within the other party for play a role in the national politics, and I think this government will probably be open to that. As far as the arrest of people then what happen, all the reports that we don't get so far are about arrest of people then we wanting for corruption, and a lot of them don't actually give begin to return some money them with and if you say they be misappropriate. And the law is taking its course. They don't arrest nobody, they lock them up, then throw the key. I mean, these people are arrested and then they take them to court. Some of them they sign documents, then for pay money back. I mean, we don't see anybody has been sentenced to jail yet so far. I mean, the inquiry is set to take place, and I'm sure the process will be transparent, such that Sierra Leoneans then go able to weigh the merits of all of what's happening. And if there are reasons for let somebody be taken to court after the information of the inquiry, I think the government could run. But we all for begin pay attention to what's happening. Let us give the government a chance for let them do it their job then thereafter. And we'll be able to measure what they don't able to do so far in terms of success. But if we not give them a chance, 2-3 months into the governance, even when we talk about what's the current state of the country is reflected from the past 10 years. So this government, there's not much what this government don't do really right now for impact waiting to go on. We see, the currency rate, for example. I mean, we don't see dramatic rise in currency rates right before this regime came to power, and it don't continue through these first few months. And there are measures in place for reduce that as well. When they talk about the free education, what the government they put in place, we get for cover everybody in the country. They're not going for say north, south, east, or the school in one region and then get for benefit. So I think these are good things that will matter to the ordinary people them, and I think we for support the country for push that. With some of we are activists, then will always be activists. And when the time can office say there's time to call the government out on a number of things, then we'll do that without fear or favor. But I think personally, we should give the government a chance to operate. Okay,
thank you very much, Mustafa Y from Mamba TV and Y Associates. We want to say thank you for we take your time for come talk to we small about certain things that we will learn at table. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Hey, simply, I can come in quick. I just want to respond to the response. I just want to highlight.
Okay, yes. Yusuf from Atlanta.
Sorry. The gentleman they talk about or criticize the government. I just want to caution and say not to criticize. The thing is, if you become silent, if inactivist, this probably well more than a lot of the other people that were also activists. Where you become silent, if you don't begin to observe certain things, if you don't say something, one, you become complacent. Two, that consent you to get it passing if you're not cautioning. So, if for any reason, any sentiment for anybody air out, it's not concern, you get the complaint or you get the critic. And I often say, by far from waiting we talk today, anybody come outrightly to criticize the government, say they're not going to go waiting and do, or waiting and they do not make sense. But cautioning, not to criticizing, cautioning are just that, cautioning. If you hear your sentiment, now because from experience, we don't see the previous government in 10 years. The first 5 years was very rosy. But not to be for top the first 5 years of that previous government they've been having, but what didn't happen? Some of the things that we've been happening, people in shed more, people in close eye, people in look the other way, and what end up for this? They end up for encourage them to do the position we didn't do to the last thing when it happened, and we see waiting and they stop them. It stop them for being kicked out of office. So if this government or anybody really sympathize with this government, if they know it's really good, maybe entertain cautions. When they entertain cautions, they will take their information here to the basis. They will take their information here to the government or to anybody who is concerned about this government in performance. They will entertain their things here. Put them at the table when they meet or when they get a conference call. Say, hey, look, somebody say this. I want to make pay attention to this, or they could take caution with this. This will serve their right. This is what democracy is about, and this is what any government for even entertaining asks for. Because at the end of the day, if they're going to go the wrong direction, if we don't caution and say, you know what, make we slow down here, people will ask questions. Or maybe they're not being conscious in the go that way, somebody just highlight that. And it will make them redirect the cause when they take. So any measure where this government or any government of any country take for uplifting people, now two way for be admired and entertained. But how do you go about that? If they don't take the right precedent, then it can be problems. So I can stop for now. Thanks.
Yeah, but I want to make him clear when he was talking, nobody talk about the panel or whatever we discussed today. Not just a blanket statement he be they make. So I be just want to make it clear that just what me want to talk about this entire issue about the president in visit na China. We not go quick for judge or say anything now, but me just want to remind people about lately what be they happen with the illegal mining, illegal fishing, will be all those things where Chinese involvement be did. We find out, we all know that this program, because this is not the first time we don't talk for the past maybe almost a month now, Chinese involvement did it. So for make China, the government can call the president go. Now we get all these good things then we the Arab say get for come to pass. But when that administration they come back in a salon, we really want to see then Chinese man and they will then be all then bring to book. And also, waiting ever be they gone illegally for be cut off, and everything supposed to go through the legal process. Because this is not the same way where these people become and encroach through the past government, till them go till them build party office all for them. So everything they turn blind eye on. I just hope say when this particular government don't go, all the goodies they wouldn't go carry it. They not go come back and turn blind eye. But we for put things straight and say this now so it for be or this not so it for be. I just hope that for the visit and when the president go come back. Before I go through the text that we don't come in, make I bring you Tony. Waiting you take on this.
Yeah, my take on the Chinese involvement in Salem is very, very important because it's not like not only Africa, China is giving. China has been giving aid to Africa for years, even from the days of Pasha Kingdom. This not a thing we and then we see over the years, China increased their support from 100 billion when they give to Africa, so now they're talking about trillions in terms of support to Africa. And officially, China gets 8 types of projects they already formed in Africa. 8 types already formed. When they form one way, the foreign aid they already give to Africa, you understand, you get their complete project then, where you can give them roads or whatever. You get goods and services. You get technical cooperation. You get human services development cooperation. You get medical assistance. You get emergency humanitarian aid. You get volunteer programs. You get debt relief. And they help as well on transportation. And they help in energy. And they help on communication and health. And what can you try for this way and they bring all these scenarios where in? And they do a research about China involvement, support and aid to Africa. When I get all those things here, when you compare the support China is giving to Africa, Sierra Leone, na peanuts. Just do a research. Now peanuts. When somebody says, oh, they make road, I don't know, they put through Paris, we got for begin pay, the road not complete, and other projects, then na peanuts. Go if you see in East Africa, even in Nigeria, we are building train station. So when somebody goes, yeah, I follow them, bridge from Leone to Leone, a corner project they want to do. If you check the train with President from Djibouti to Addis Ababa or Ethiopia, all the places, these are capital, these are huge projects China is taking. You know they say it's bad to let the government go to China. It's good for the government going to China. But
Let me not see the same kind type of project the way the peanut project the way we pass government the way take. Now for me, I'm so excited when this bridge come up because you can't cut off Lunge, go begin to talk about my mama. They develop an area, Lunge is a flat area where has no potential for making the direct Lunge for become another sub city. When I just an extension, you understand what is the terms of movement of material to come across Lunge and develop Lunge because Lunge flat. If it's time for developing that area, that's not an area to go to work. Just enjoy the benefits from the area. Let me think I'm planning for being in the next 5, 10, 15 years, long term. Nobody go for quick project. You understand? For me, I think for government, there's nothing wrong to go to China. Everybody is going to China. Even Buhari go to China. Even Goodluck Jonathan go to China. Because there's just so many things with debt release, this stuff, finance, health, agriculture, this stuff. But we don't have projects. So we know these are not report. Like the Solomon Road you see Chinese companies coming to mind, they go through the proper diligence or whatever the protocols, the government they lose revenue. We also say this when they distribute the plan bring in an experts for tax cover them projects. Yes, there's nothing wrong with that. But let us have a genuine project that we know yes. This Lunge bridge they make and say, I mean, even if now you the pay so fast, some of no go back. But we don't know what they want to use that for them and go and village now. Now they pay so every day, man, they go see the mama and come back. Same thing everywhere, clear. But there's nothing wrong if this government goes to China. I hope this government will learn from the experience and the challenges that we the past government because I'll tell you something. The past government was not sincere. On certain projects, they were sincere. On certain things, they not sincere. I will be one. What they bring those boxes? The reality can be that, oh, for no cost. I don't know what question. Now, we talk about small talk now for the people in that. At the end of the day, we see the repercussion because they make us try sugar coated one, the former Minister of Transport and Aviation and Balugu Locus, we meet for one, another respect for them, and because so many bad news when they make one man be in administration. Where we see, so without 100 buses, look at the cost of those buses. Even when people believe the buses were not completed. You understand not to 100 bucks and 85. Nobody know that you come out. You know everything is working. They tell you say some of that cost of that money the people in the come and get the satellite office where you know the part of that money they go for maintenance of those buses. Part of that money they go there for repairs and wear and tear. You don't see nothing they don't want to do. I go split up. I see the cost of that bro. But yeah. What's that happen, bro? So when you look on the things the way it happen, there's nothing wrong if the government goes to China. But we they beg the president and the President Julius Maada, let it please, whatever agreement or arrangement or whatever fight that they get with the Chinese, let we not be the loser. So for the long class to ensure a win-win situation where the people of Salombo win, the government is not responsible for we, whatever. Let China say they're not saying they're not going to invest in Africa without no benefit. There must be a benefit. There must be something. There must be a negotiation. There must be a common understanding between it. But then we not always be the country or be the people that will suffer the most. We say it all. Jamaica is suffering the same thing right now. When we just come and make envelope and give the president and do whatever and just for it, and do what and just for it. Now in a financial situation and they were in other people that they can. Now we see situation where you still like the likes of Rwanda. What is China going to do by Rwanda? Now we see the kind of thing that we happen in Tanzania, thing that we happen in Uganda, what is that capital project. So we are happy. I'm really happy because I'm not from the north. I'm not from Lungi. But I feel excited. I feel happy because the Lungi, I always keep the same thing. My mama should be as an industrial area. We know that industrial area are people. If big companies they work for car manufacturing, they work online, government they work online, industrial life, because we think they enjoy so these are just domestic life, the domestic power. If we get industrial life, that particular area, whatever factory or companies and they want to come, let them design that area, this for big industrial area. That area they go still develop on the other side, plan our well. Then because of the Lume even in afford to the land. They are not even in the affording 40%. One check the amount of flights away the Canon and Guinea, and the amount of flights away the Canon and Saro. Now, I mean, I can't sleep. Because business is not moving on, it's a level of business. And government not going to do business. So when they say government for the business, we respect we the local population, we respect we the private sector. But we can't know with business, with more the condemn than foster solution. Even this school project. No, this might just every project gets a life phase. Every project we the product life cycle. We get to the productive stage, the development stage, until which is maturity stage. This now just the school project similar than children. At the same cycle, we don't accept education for making mature today. There is no challenges, there is no people. It gets painful, it gets for sick. It gets friendly, it gets for sick. From the young comes when they do it for perfect. But we advise the government, make it not select the suburb education project. Make it really, because this is what the campaign about. We say even Jim Keller, can the Jim Keller say, KKY, the men with the same flagship that education, let them not politicize this thing. Let people that take up, accept that, let everybody accept that, because they are the only way forward and this one. We need education. Even if we have companies, multinational companies that come to Sierra Leone, if we the people on the ground are not paid, if we not get the skill, the desire, skill or whatever for take up their jobs today, they will bring the expatriates at the end of the day, expatriates will put all the money they need. We saw those things in London mining. We saw it in Africa mining. We need the plan of offshore mining in Akono. Where if you go offshore mining, imagine carpenters, or post or whatever. When you go pull us from Ghana, we don't have no problem doing that necessarily. But why can't we have people who get the energy, get the skill, get the ideas? We cannot develop our flat to allow other people so they can't live into it. We went to Liberia for jobs. You might not do it, but they don't say you need the job for Liberia. When we pay those people, they use the money to develop Liberia. We want to see Sierra Leone we are in. We got to start somewhere in the educational process. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with this government starts and that point. That's my own thing, but
okay.
For certain go to China. China want to come make the way they want to we don't get problem that. But let us be a win-win situation. Let not be a burden like the toll gate where we need to see the old bridge or good bridge. Take you are already on the left, you are already on the right, no more. They could no one see that project than they own a report. They will say toll for suffer. What time they happen at the war? When you say toll, you will not complete. We know how President China development in it. We know how to China where they make now, which is where they fulfill. So if you are the day come, the energy consider call not only call but just about that got all the common house kind of stick. We know how President can project this. We want for project Guinea. How will they say this? Let me benchmark Guinea. I know they say Guinea does Guinea this. Yes, Guinea does. But go to Guinea now. You don't look for compare Salon in America, Salon in Ghana. And let's compare. Look at Guinea in Neighborhood. If you go Guinea, a thing start of development where they happen at Guinea, you go surprise what are we doing? You see roads, you see buildings, you see infrastructure, everything going on. I mean, I'm not taking that bit. I just think the government, let us see for your list.
Make a bring in Yusuf. Yes, Yusuf, you don't hear about you even you be don't come in small, but now we talk specifically on the trip to China and you're waiting a you take concerning the things that will be done they handled a few weeks ago. So what's in a you take, sir?
I mean, just like the caution we really see from experience that what happened in the past when governments, not just government of Sierra Leone, even we neighbored in Guinea and Liberia and the closest one though they see the shortfalls where they happen is the government in the go bargaining only for short-term values, meaning when they go then they look for other they want or do something that the country willing to benefit from immediately. Yes, well and good. But the sustainability of that project and they happen to the end wherein the country will lastly benefit from it. Case in point, if we look just recently as the toll road we also want for love to hate, why in the first place? The project is a very brilliant project. Get a nice road, we're passable, we're drivable, we're well maintained, well lit. and well paved, well taken care of, but no use the only road with day when a serious artery for take the people from that part of the city or for that part of the country to the other part of the country, when are the only main artery, you sanction them, because that's exactly what it was. Give the people them an option. Say, okay, this is the Waterloo road, this. Okay, we build new road, but would I ever want to use them because we get for maintain them, we get for pay people them for do this and do that? Will they charge money for doing? That's a masterful idea. And a masterful idea. So you know they get issues. So we need to expect, because believe me, I've been just want to say this from a comic note. From the Towari bridge now salon between Lunga and Freetown. If they will not begin put, if they will put them on layaway set, they probably not done that bridge a long time ago. Tony, you agree with me or not? If they will put that bridge on layaway, from the time we then begin talking and put bridge in that place, like they don't pay, Well, look at that. So now back to my point. If the president of the country today go in a developed country or imagine a country like China, third largest economy in the world, China no go out and do business after. I'm not look at that Ogbere Bridge. That Ogbere Bridge where they join, where they come out Mashaka, they go, so they could join the north. If you see that bridge there, how many years will the plastic that take the bridge where they do carrier for carrier and Famoria or anybody to go Guinea, that Famoria for go Guinea. If you see the bridge where them Chinese, they quick don't make Guinea. Yeah. You understand it? Why will they lag behind? Before that, let's compare we in America, we in England, and even the Western world. Let us don't even compare we in the Western world. Let us check them by the way they do, but we know see what they do. Yes. Go close to Senegal and go see what they do. Then transplant the whole city. Look at the new airport. If you see them, a marvel. Now a marvel for that region, Nick. So, the things they say, we know they say them because we want to badmouth the government of the day, but we just do them because we don't see the potentials of waiting they have in our salon. We don't see the potentials. We don't expose to certain things them. There's nothing wrong with that. We just mean the best for we young people them as well. So, we want to caution this president on his visit. Make it be careful. China get a heavy leverage on all African countries willing to do business. And this is twofold. Just like how you been mentioned, waiting if they ask them, well, we can't do business. How about them people they want to not arrest? So what you want to go do for we for that day? They can drop cases. So what happened to human rights? What happened to the victims? What's I go let them one day? So the reason we make us say we go for a win-win situation. There's no problem in them doing their business in Sierra Leone, but let them follow the right process. And these are results we inherit now because of previous arrangements and bad policies. You understand? So now just once in the drive motoka, if you say it don't arrive. Once in the sleep na final to get AC, it don't arrive. You not care about the man waiting and engage with him, but I can't finish sir. If we create the system, we create the enabling environment, you don't need for common get you meet mobile and team up na get. No. If the system is right, listen. You don't need for people to get the way to say, Abraham, we can't find this and I will your body, but no. We are clear with a 7 million population. We just have only 7 million population. When the workforce never hit 7 million, the workforce the workforce is like 3 million because the population age not small. Come on. Yep. Without they pray the government, this current government, let them learn from the pitfalls or the challenges of the past regime. Because the past regime will say they are impossible. They may just say them and it's wait and see. We see all kind of things that will happen during that short period, during campaign period. We know one land, we don't say that they're going to be perfect, but let them learn and see them. Some we don't see them almost see another work. If this opportunity will get work, left arm, we go see over 30 years. Another thing I want to lastly add to that, I mean, we all know what China capable for do. They go candy, they come just as Tony say, the people we then complain we bring kind of salon. Then even get carpenter them from outside the country. You want to tell me, we not get qualified carpenter in a salon? But here's the thing: even if we not get them, this is an opportunity. If they set the workshops, na the companies, then we employ people them for different areas within the company. Where if you not land, then give 3 months training. 3 months too fast. Then you want 60 days training. Yeah, will train you 60 days and you will try. And they give 90 days as a probation. If you never perform, hey, that's your opportunity. Now you slack off. That's it. It's simple as that. But and you know, I would just say a good thing for make we will move diplomatically across the globe. A good thing for make we travel, for make we entertain businesses. And we know how the world is far smaller now as it been there before. Global outreach is quicker than it been there 20, 25, 30 years ago. So we stand for benefit from this. As we don't see, we never in West Africa, they don't do. And if we stretch out far out, I mean, we hate for them, but Burundi, we go to a similar situation, like when we look how what they are, regardless of the president in own backlashes where they get. But if you look at the end of the day, in good way they do that the country, outweigh the negative things that we can do. There is no perfection in any governance, there is no perfection in humanity. So the simplified thing here is, when they go or make any negotiations on behalf of a country, you just for keep the country in mind. You just for keep austerity in mind. Not for just your term of office, but waiting for happen after your legacies. The things where you go come back, say, you know what, 20 years from now, me not a private citizen. But you go able to look around, say, you know, I played a part in the success of this area. These are the one of the initiatives. These are the one of the projects that we have pounced on. These are one of the things that we have take pride in to make this country go get. You know, at that point, now you good nanga for follow you. If you serve as a private citizen at that point, after we don't let public office, you can invest in them projects and there you go sit down. Now win-win for you. But we leadership in Africa, then just to look for today, tomorrow. They need to look for next tomorrow or week after, or even quick far down the road. And you know the other thing I want to ask you this, because I go travel join back in Ensana Musuka. This visit again for tie into this visa-free tourism initiative where the government want to take. If you allow everybody for Canada country, when they come in, if they see opportunity, how you could disperse the amount of employment opportunities for your own citizens against anybody else we can, or what status if you allow them to just come in? So then another question. I know see people can get the answers to that, but I will yield and I will listen and join in. Thank you. I'll be listening at the end of the program this evening. I just want to go through the text them we don't come in, then we can say we last words them. Michael Coker, he say what they want to demonstrate for. He said the government's not even 6 months yet. They talk about the talk we be the get with Mustafa Y. Amara Kale he say some of them they just sit down and they not even get the country at heart. He say na politics no more. He say, let me forget about politics now and think positive for Salon. Michael Coker again, he say, Rome will not be like inside one day. He say, excessive criticism, he say, not a constructive one. He say, the regime just start and make we just give at least 1 year before we begin talk. Then Michael Coker from California, USA. Jalo say, he say, in a time for Sierra Leone development in West Africa and the world to see. Ibambi Ima say, always through the talk, he say, not true. Jalo again, he say, may God bless this new government for the love they get for Salon, amen. And Ibambi say, may God bless you all. Yes, Tony, waiting will be your final word for the day.
Yeah, the final word now, just an advice to this government. Let them not bite too much, then they will be true. Let them not couple. there is two things. If any country they go before, one thing waiting for old waiting for take as a flagship project. Even in Rwanda, VW not just go to factory. Then say they get sustainable power, industrial power. Let this government will come. If for several years the past regime, yes, they tried. There was great success on the power. They tried because society needs lights. To Salon and the darker city then so society and left arm. There was great improvement. But made a plea for this government. Two things. Let them improve one on the power. Power is very, very key. Very, very key. There is no investment. Even if you say visa for all mankind, if they can't a country, there is no power, there is no electricity. They will not come again. Because when blackouts there's so many bad things will happen at the back end. The robbery, thieves, them what they call them, we will see a lot of them things because if lights there, you get street posts or street lights and we there, you place clear people their neighbor, the veranda lights, everything there, you will avoid I've asked Stifma for coming to them their areas and so they get for the priority for the power. Make an flagship. Education is very, very key, but power is also likely important. Just because we talk about education, that Namion take into it. Make them not buy so many things then, and let them very be careful. This political appointment is very nice. Yes, they want to give their own reward the loyal supporters or whatever. They want to invest into the campaign processes or whatever. But the thing what they try to say is they really need for really concentrate on power. That's my main take. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Tony from Boston. Yes, Yusuf, I don't know if you still did it. Your final word for today's program.
Well, thank you. I just want to thank the people that will contribute, the listener them, and for everybody. Again, this is the opportunity. I learned a few things today, and I hope for add more to improve me your life personally, and try to do that for anybody we take them as an opportunity for learn. We caution where we make not do anything against the government, and we not criticize if we highlight anything. Now, objective positions we take, and personally, just as I say, my own view. You don't mean to say right. Just view. But if I be say necessary for say or support that, by all means I will do them. And if I do them also, because I get Salon at heart. Deep at heart, and we don't learn from one lesson 4 years too long, 10 years too long, and we don't want to encourage we say for be complacent. We don't want to encourage we neighbor them for be complacent. We definitely don't want to encourage we elected officials them for be complacent, because at the end of the day, now we stand to lose. So make we learn as a country, as a nation, as a people. Opportunities they come, sometimes more than once, but then they come very far apart. So we don't want to lose out on this opportunity. This is a wonderful opportunity this government gets to take Salon to another level. But now we all contribution. So not just get for left the government for doing. You play your part. You get a civil responsibility. You get a civil responsibility. You get an obligation as a Sierra Leonean for air your view, for comment, for question, for ask question, for be concerned. There's nothing wrong with that. So as for we and this show, we try for make we own enough for being at this pop here. So by that, till next time, I hope everybody will stay healthy, and we will catch up again next time. And hopefully Senator Burma will do okay. And Arun as well. Thanks.
Thank you very much to you, Yusuf Emba from Atlanta. I want to transfer you go Kalio. Then 22 Jones from Boston. Thank you guys.